Hey everybody, YouTube, Tuesday, TruBadger, AMA. How's everybody doing out there? Whew. We are mixing it up times for you guys. You're international, so we're making it more accessible for more people. So hope everybody's doing fantastic and amazing out there. Welcome to the TruBadger AMA. My name is Cory Moran. I am one of the co-founders of TruBadger. I'm here with my partner here, Peter Gantner, who's also founder of TruBadger. Today, we're going to bring you some exciting stuff, and we're glad you're here. And we're going to give you a little information to start out. We're going to go through some questions. So please, if you have any questions, make sure you post them as soon as you can. We might cover quite a few of your questions, so if you can hold off towards at least the middle of this here. Also, just a reminder, if you could hit the like button and subscribe there so you get all the notifications when we're going live on our AMAs and doing other incredible videos. Make sure you join us in our Telegram chat so that you can get the first and most important information as we have it for you. So with that being said, Peter, I'm going to hand it over to you, buddy.
Hey, everybody. Peter here. Thanks, Cory. I'm going to keep this really short because I think we'll have quite a few questions today, and we want to get to your questions. That's the main reason for having this. A couple quick things. You'll be seeing about 6 announcements coming out. I believe 2 have already gone out. The timing on launching Catapult Swap, the fact that we are forming our DAO, so Decentralized Autonomous Organization, our DAO, in the state of Wyoming, which is available now. I love that because we have, the U.S. System behind it. So we're able to file here and operate out of the United States of America because things are moving. One of the other things too that I find that shows the development that's happening here, and that blockchain is here to stay. Okay, when a state puts together a formation specifically for a category, it's moving in the direction. Matter of fact, Wyoming is also working on approving crypto banks. So that is in the process right now. I don't know the time frame on that. I'm actually looking into it so we can get that. But actually, banks that are formed as pure cryptocurrency banks, that'll be another big step towards the crypto space and about, in solidifying and making this the long term that we believe that it is. So we'll be doing that. I'll have the timing probably in the next week or so. Our attorney's working on it right now. So this is something that's already in the process. So if you look on the timeline, we had talked about forming a foundation, which is because there wasn't really a specific filing for a DAO, and our goal was to have the token holders be the owner of the entity. Okay, the community is the owner. Under a DAO filing in Wyoming, that is what exactly happens. The people that are part of the community are the owners of the entity. So we do not need to form the foundation at this point. So that'll be forming. If you were in Telegram last night, I posted some questions on feedback from you guys on. So the way the DAO will work is it will be a managed DAO, which basically means there'll be stuff that the community votes on, and there'll be decisions that the management makes on a day-to-day basis. And we're going to be sending out some surveys over the next week or two for us to begin to, because we'll put an overriding document and in the smart contract that will be developed for the DAO part of it, not for the crypto part, that's already done, but for the DAO part of it. When that gets put together and developed, it will have the rules at which the entity functions under, and those will be the rules that we'll start doing. Once we come up with the final rules, we'll of course have a vote on that, and you guys will be able to vote to say yes, you like them, or no, you don't like them, and then we'll move forward from there. So that's kind of the process there. Of course, we all know we had our first, after 2 months of being around with some small dips here and there, but we had our first major dip. I'm going to let you guys know right from the beginning that is completely normal in this space. It has happened to every single token that's out there. It just took us about 2 months to get there. We had one a little earlier. So when we first started, a week into it, there was a hack that happened a little bit there. And then there was one about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. But this was, the biggest one that we've had. But again, I don't want to put this the wrong way, guys, but it's probably not the last one that will happen in the history of the company, right? Over the course of time, because that's just the way it is. That's it's the space we're in, and it's what we do. We had a few early people that came in on the pre-swap and put quite a bit in on that first day of trading, and they decided to move on and go do something else. We wish them luck and success in whatever they're doing, but we're here to build and stay. So with that, we're just going to jump into the questions and get into what the questions that we have. So we got some long ones. That's good. We got a lot of typing going on. So hopefully so if you have any questions, guys, a couple places you can put them. You can put them if you're on YouTube, you can put them in there. Sharona is going to type those up and send those to us. If you're on the Zoom, you can put them, or if you're on the Zoom, you can put them in the Zoom. So Cory, you want to read the questions, buddy?
Yeah, absolutely. Peter, first one is from Peter, says, I understand that swap price on Catapult swap will not be fixed. Could it be clarified how this will work? As I absolutely hated Pancake swap on launch day, as network issues penalizes some, and it is very stressful as well.
So my first answer to that, guys, we're not Pancake swap. Okay. The algorithms that we're building are proprietary. There will be a raise in price. It will not be like Pancake swap. Remember, we weren't the only ones on Pancake swap. Pancake swap has a network of tens of thousands of trades, whatever going on. So what we did is we took our trades and we added them to the already busy Pancake swap network. Our network will only have that trading going on. So even if it's 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 trades, it shouldn't affect us. The idea is to have a more controlled increase in price. And it's very simple. Anybody that was there watched our price go from $1 million to 2 to 4 to 6 to 12 to 14, and then back down a little bit. The acceleration on Pancake swap will not be that dramatic. Why? Because the goal is to get in as many holders as possible in an organized fashion to give the project a good foundation versus the other ways that things are being done. How many people on here, and if you have put a 1 in, how many people here have done a token launch on DEX sales and actually enjoyed it and liked it? Put a 1 in if you have. I can't put a 1 in. I've done about 6 or 12, maybe 12, 6 to 12 on there, and I cannot put a 1 in at all. Every single time there's been problems, nightmares, and that's a fixed price one. So I personally have not had a lot of success doing that. Remember, guys, we're solving a problem. And so you come up with concepts and you come up with ideas and you put them forward. When we first launched Catapult Swap, there may be some adjustments that need to be done to it as we move through the process. I've already figured out, I've talked to a couple people in the space and they said, oh, we'd love to use it, but here's a problem. So I said, okay, let's see if we can solve that. And we've been able to solve every single problem going through that process. And that's what we'll continue to do. If there's anything I'm good at, it is solving problems and coming up with creative solutions. We just nailed down the tokenomics of Catapult Swap. I'm in love with them, right? I love the concept and the idea of what we've put together for them for the token side when it comes out. So we're going to continue to solve problems. Once it's launched and we start doing a project and then 2 and 3, if there's a problem with it, then at that point we will fix it. So we're not going to have where we're going to have hundreds and thousands of people leaving frustrated from the site. We need it to be good for the people that are buying or swapping for the token and for the companies that are there for that future. So there's a balance that we need to find there that says, here's the token holders that want to swap for this asset. And here's the people who hold that asset. How do we blend the two of those together to make it work for both of them? All right, next one, buddy.
Fantastic. Thank you. So Peter
real quick, Cory, real quick. Guys, if I answer something and you don't feel that it was the answer, ask the question again. Maybe a little different, okay? Because I read somewhere in a chat that somebody says that we're not answering questions directly. If we answer a question, and I'm going to tell you from my perspective, if I ask somebody a question and they do not give me an answer that I feel is direct, then I'm going to re-ask the question again in a different way to make sure that I understand the answer. That's actually the reason why you asked it. So that's not on me to because I don't know if you understood it or not. You have to be the one that says, no, I don't think that was a direct answer. Can you answer that differently? Here's the question again. All right.
Yes. Or if you feel like it's a salesy sales pitch response, let us know too, because
absolutely.
Guys, I've known Peter for a long time, and I think I responded to somebody was we don't sugarcoat things. The good or the bad, we tell it like it is, and it's answers from a point of creation and a vision, and carefully planned out steps to get there. So just want to throw that out there as well for you guys. So Michael asked, I have asked this in the main channel, but thought I would directly ask this here. I was thinking that we can utilize sporting events to promote and get more exposure by either paying or doing it for free to get some people to hold up banners of TruBadger in sporting stadiums or in front of cameras outside of the stadium where the reporters talk to fans pre-post game analysis, as we just need someone standing by the camera crew with a banner. I think he also did mention something about billboards at some point.
Guys, that's a great idea. So, if you're going to a sporting event, please make your TruBadger sign, right? And if you love the sports team, and I'm serious, I don't really know very much about sports, but let's say it's the Dallas Cowboys and you're going to a Dallas Cowboys game, you can put on there, TruBadger owners love Dallas Cowboys, right? You're a TruBadger holder. You remember, we are a DAO. That's what in the next few weeks, we'll have it set up. If you have TruBadger tokens, you are a holder and an owner in the DAO. You are a member. You can say, hey, here I am. And TruBadger loves you, right? Now, there might be some other TruBadger holders that might get mad at you. They're not going to get mad at me because they don't like the Dallas Cowboys or something, because I know people get pretty territorial about their teams, right? I mean, maybe you have a Boston's fan of the Red Sox and a Yankees fan, and you guys might argue on which one TruBadger loves. I'm going to tell you from my perspective, we love all the teams, right? If you're a fan of a team, we love your team. And that is what it's about, because we're here to build a project that helps people find tokens, whether they like the Red Sox or the Yankees.
Going into the sports fan realm is almost like entering politics. We don't want to go there.
Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna hit on some marketing stuff here, because I wanted to go find the article because I love it, right? So a lot of people have said, hey, why don't you look and see what Ping's doing? First of all, we have a great relationship with Ping. We've been talking with them. They've been giving us some pointers of some of the stuff that they've done and some of the things that they've put together. We really believe in that. That's why we brought you guys the AMA and shared it with you guys. And hopefully some people got in, and I know they did. I know at least a dozen people that bought some Ping, and they've done very well on it. That's just great. But there's a great article out there if you go look, because somebody asked them the same question. Now, here's the thing is, people are going, oh, we need to do what they're doing. They're building community. And it says right in their article, this is not something, I believe it's on their Medium that you can go find it. Somebody asked them the same question. Why aren't they using influencers? Why aren't they doing more stuff to get it done? And their answer is that influencers don't work that much. Okay. They gave us a couple influencers, which we've reached out to and we're talking to, that they have found to be effective. It's one of the problems that needs to be fixed here, guys, is where do you market? Who is not scamming you? Who is not overcharging you for marketing? This is a hot market. And so what happens in a hot market is if I have 20 people that want me to make a video, I can keep raising my price. And all of a sudden I have 1,800 holders and I'm charging 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000, or subscribers, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. But that does not mean that when we spend that money that we're going to get it. We have had some decent size influencers that have reached out to us. We've reached out to them. They vetted us. They said, yeah, we would do a video on you guys. But when we go look at the effects of what they do around the time when they do it, or the tokens that they've done, those tokens have gone down in price, right? There's other factors and other stuff. So we've got to find the right way to market. And I think that the way Ping has done it is the right way to do it, which is to build over time and continue to release things. One of their things is they started working on their corporate structure. We're working on our corporate structure. So we're putting that in place. One of the things that they had happen that I don't know how to make happen, maybe I have to jump on a plane and go to China and go sit on his doorstep. It wouldn't be, if it wasn't so far away, I would do it, guys. I'm serious. I would go to wherever CZ eats. I would go to wherever he shops. I would go to wherever it is. And I would just wait until I got a chance to speak with them. And I would talk with them and say, hey, CZ, how you doing? Yeah, great. Oh yeah, we have a coin on the Binance Smart Chain. And I would start a conversation and I would talk to him about what we're doing. And he would probably do exactly what he did with Ping, which is follow them on Twitter. Now, I would not think that in a business sense that just somebody following on Twitter would have such an impact, but this is the crypto space. And so by him following Ping, which is amazing for them, and it's amazing for the people who actually purchased it when we had the AMA, that is one of the key reasons, not the only reason. They're doing a great job over there, but it's one of the reasons why they were able to accelerate, because, CZ has a lot of people following him on Twitter. And, of course, people started making some videos saying, hey, what does this mean? And that gets people to pay attention to it. Now, I will say that we are talking to some pretty influential people right now, and we have some influential things that are going on. Some of you guys may know that we do a part of a weekly show on FinStream. FinStream is a newer entity that's launching. It is growing. I actually talked to Greg the other day. Their numbers are really beginning to climb, and we are going to be a part. So every week we go on and we do a show. I just got offered another show on another different channel to go on a weekly basis and talk about crypto. Why is this important to you guys? Well, first of all, it doesn't cost us any money. And when I say us, I mean token holders, because the only money that can be spent is money that is, or cryptocurrency at the asset, which we convert to money to spend, is cryptocurrency assets that belong to the community, right? We're what are we? A DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. So what assets we have belong to the token holders. So we have 2 times a week where we're going to be on talking to audiences. Both of these entities are growing their audiences. What does that mean? It gives us authority when we start going to other organizations and other stuff. Wow, you guys already do 2 shows. So these are some of the things we're doing in the background that I don't know if everybody puts together. They're not instant. It's not, hey, BitBoy, here's 25 grand, talk about us on your show, and have a quick pump. But what it does is it builds long-term stability for all of the projects that we're going to be launching. Because if we're doing the show, okay, if we're helping produce it, if we're a guest on that show, I'll give you a perfect example. Go look at FinStream. We asked them, can you do a segment on Ping? Ping was on FinStream, right? Guess what? Catapult's already scheduled to be on FinStream, right? Guess what? Catapult's going to be on this other show that we're going to be part of and on. Guess what? Insights is going to be on FinStream. It's going to be on the other show. These are the relationships that you build. If we're going to build, not if, we're building something long-term, that is going to take us time to establish the relationships and put things together. I will tell you, Wendy O, 80,000 people on YouTube, very credible. We went through their vetting process, and yesterday we got approved to go on her show. Now there's a cost to it. So now we have to weigh, we've been vetted, we've been approved. They don't approve a lot of the projects. They've gone through their vetting process. It took them over, I think, 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks to vet us, to then say, yes, we will do it, but here's the cost to do it. So we have to weigh whether that cost is, whether the value is there or the value is not there. And we're in the process of doing that. We just got it back last night. So we'll do that later on today or tomorrow and make that decision on whether it's to go there. We're also talking right now back and forth with, which will not be a paid thing, with probably, I don't know, one of the top 5 influencers in the space. Okay. So maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work, right? I don't know at this point. We'll have to see. But we are doing stuff to move this forward and get it to where it is. One of the things that we're doing, which will be the biggest thing to move this thing forward, and I think that this is something that's left out because people think, oh, they're not doing as much marketing. Guys, we're not doing as much marketing as some of the other ones. We're building working, functioning projects. Right? So it's like Catapult Swap, Insights, the DAO project. These are full companies in themselves that we're working in the background to do. So I want to ask a question, and this is serious, guys. Please, if you'd rather have us spend our days 8, 12, 14 hours a day driving the market cap up and doing marketing, or would you rather have us spend a few hours a day working on that, continuing to build the relationships like we are, and then spend the 8, 12 hours a day building out projects that are going to create revenue, that's going to create value for that? So you put in a 1 or a 2. 1, if you want us to just focus on marketing and just driving a market cap that'll come back down at some point, or 2, building a real structure behind this thing to where we can ride through this the bull run and that side of it. Martin, great, thanks. 1 and 2, and we do 1 and 2. But I want to answer that, Martin, because we can't do 1 and 2 8 or 12 hours a day, because there's only so many hours in a day, right? We can either, like I said, we are spending a couple hours a day on marketing, and we do spend time on marketing, and we have full-time people that are working on that side of it. But there's only so much that you can focus with what it is, right? With the resources that are available to us at this point. So there's a side of this that I don't think a lot of people, maybe some of you have built business, you haven't. There's 2 things. There's time, and then there's resources. And you need to manage those 2 extremely well if you're going to succeed. If you mismanage your resources, it doesn't matter how much time you have. If you mismanage your time, it doesn't matter how much resources you have. Both of those have to work together in order to build a successful company in the process. And I believe that is exactly what we're doing. Now, only time will tell if that's right. But here's the beautiful thing about it, guys. Okay. In 2 months, our DAO will be completely set up. And one of the mechanisms of that DAO is an ability for someone to say, hey, we don't think Peter's doing a good job as the CEO. I think he should be replaced. And that will be put out to a vote to the token holders. And if you guys vote for me to stay, hey, I'm here. You love what I'm doing. If you don't, then you can vote and replace me with somebody that you believe will do it in the right way. But I'm going to let you guys know, I'm pretty stubborn and I'm pretty stuck in my ways as far as the way I do things. I am going to build a real entity, a real company that stands for something and creates value in the marketplace. And when we do hit $100 million market cap, when we do hit $1 billion market cap, when we do hit a $5 billion market cap, when we have 4 or 5 entities that are in the hundreds of millions and billions of dollars, they are not going to go down 80, 90%. Because why? They're built on the factors of their market cap is built on the factors that there's something behind it. There's real value that we're creating in the world. All right. Any other questions, buddy? I think we got a lot of them.
We've got about 12 more.
All right. Excellent. Let's keep
just got to be a little shorter answers.
Yes.
So Michael asked, I'm extremely new to crypto, and I'm not too knowledgeable of the terminology. Can someone help me understand what airdrops are? That's basically it.
Okay. Airdrops are really simple. If you hold a crypto, then what they're saying is you're going to be able to get another crypto or an NFT. So by simply holding it, and normally what happens is a snapshot is taken. So I've been part of a lot of airdrops. We just recently did one with PCX. Okay. It's a company. They did a new token, Sherpa X. By holding PCX, you would receive the Sherpa X just simply by holding it. Uniswap did probably one of the most famous airdrops, are by holding or doing stuff on Uniswap, you received, at this point, it's probably $10,000, $12,000 worth of tokens just for holding it or participating in the project. With TruBadger, there will be 4 at least claimed airdrops, and that will be for each of the 4 projects that we're launching, that where you will be able to go in when the token launches. There'll be tokens put aside. By being a TruBadger holder, you'll be able to go do that. I will tell you that the first snapshot, most companies do 1 snapshot and that's it. We are doing 5 snapshots each time. And what we'll do is take an average of the tokens that you hold throughout that 5 times. If you increased it, there's a weight to that. If you decreased it, there's a weight to that. So the way it works with TruBadger is the longer, the more you hold, of course, the more value you created for the project. So you are going to get rewarded with a bigger percentage of that, the tokens that are being distributed. So hopefully that answers the question.
That was great. It also answered Mike's question about minimum HODL of TruBadger to receive Catapult airdrop.
Yeah. So there is no minimum, guys. You can own 1, but what you're going to have to do is when you go claim it, you're going to pay a network fee, right? 12 cents, 13 cents, 8 cents, 9 cents, 12 cents. So if you hold too small of amount of TruBadger, like I saw one wallet with 1 in it, 1 TruBadger, that's not worth claiming 1 TruBadger or 1 of what you'll get in Catapult for that. So you're going to have to make the determination. Now you'll have a time frame to do that. So you don't have to do it the first day that the project launches. You can wait a month or 2 or 3 months and see if the price continues to accelerate or whatever it is. You don't have to continue to hold the TruBadger. If your 5 snapshots are done, you're finished. If you had whatever you had is what you're awarded, and then you'll have a time frame, at least 6 months. We may extend it out to a year. I don't know yet. That's probably one of the things we'll put to a vote to the community, is how long that will be.
Perfect. I'm going to clear a few more questions through Catapult topic before I hit the other one. So Martin asked, can you please clarify, will we be purchasing Catapult tokens a couple weeks after Catapult launches? And the second part of that is when tokens come to Catapult for launch.
Yeah. So guys, what we're working to do is first get Catapult up and running. So normally most projects, and this is across the board, launch and then they launch their project a little while down the road. Ping's a perfect example, right? They launch the project, they're launching their product, actually comes out like in the first quarter of next year. PCX launched their project and they've been building it. Ethereum launched, right, their project, and then eventually started to do the smart contracts and stuff. So that's the way it works. With Catapult Swap, we'll already have it up and running and bringing on projects by the time. So I would say that the Catapult Swap token, the earliest it will launch will be mid-September, but more than likely towards the end of September. And at that point, if you held TruBadger tokens over the 5 snapshots, or through 1 snapshot and then got rid of them, there's still a little bit you'll still be able to claim, but more if you held it throughout the whole 5 times. Then at that point, you could sell your TruBadger and still receive that airdrop, right? Still go claim it from when it's available for you to be able to do that. So I would say mid to the end of September at the earliest, might be the first part of October. We're not in a rush to put another token out, guys. And again, why are we doing another token for Catapult Swap? Because it has its own unique set of utility. It must be different. You can't take what we did with TruBadger because it has its utility of what it does. And that utility does not fit with the utility of Catapult Swap. I do want everybody to know TruBadger is working on its own projects that it will launch that will use the TruBadger token. The projects that we're launching that right now that will have their own tokens, they don't have their own tokens just for us to launch another token. They have their own tokens because of the utility of that project needs to be different than the utility of TruBadger. Things that can utilize the same utility will then be done on the TruBadger through TruBadger.
Yes, and the parts off of that question were, do we get airdrops of these tokens, or is it just go to TruBadger to create revenue?
No, yes, you as a TruBadger holder receive tokens from Catapult Swap Insights if you're a holder during the 5 snapshots, the DAO, and also the NFT project. And you might even actually get some NFTs on the NFT one on top of your airdrop, but we'll leave that in the background there.
Bonus. Martin's cheating. He's got like 4 questions in one.
It's okay.
Just kidding, Martin. Will TruBadger have the opportunity to buy these tokens before they go for general release?
No. So guys, it's going to be the same. They will be on Catapult Swap. All of them will launch through Catapult Swap. The airdrop you're getting. So the key will be is we will set it up. Of course, we want you guys to also be the holders of the other tokens. Remember, this is not a Wild West. It's not Pancake Swap. I can't go say I want to put in 30 grand and put in 30 grand. There'll be rules, things put in place on Catapult Swap. What is it called? It's called an organized, right? An organized swap, right? So it'll go through a process, and we'll get you guys all the details on that. A lot of it depends on how much liquidity the project is trying to put together. There's a lot of factors that go into it. So as we get closer to that, we'll begin to explain that. I do want to bring up too, this came up last night. Guys, on August 30th, Catapult Swap is launching. We are not launching a project on Catapult Swap on August 30th. I don't know when that's going to happen. I would say at least 1 or 2 in September. One of them will be Insights token. The Insights token will launch a little prior to the project. The project will launch on October 15th at our event in Las Vegas, Nevada, baby. Come on down. Come visit us in Las Vegas. We're going to have a great event. So Insights functioning, working product will launch October 15th. That token will launch in September for you to participate in that. And then more than likely Catapults will launch, like I said, more than not in October, right? Probably either prior to the event or, oh, wait, maybe it will launch at the event. That might be exciting to launch a token at the actual event in Las Vegas. So those are all things that are coming together there. And we will get you the details as soon as we have them. Okay, Cory, next.
And by the way, everybody, you guys just got like a handful of nuggets, which we started rolling out on our Twitter page over the last, started last night. We've rolled out a couple announcements today, but Peter just blew his top because really he asked me to roll these out over the next few days, which he just gave it to you guys all in a bundle. So you're welcome for that. But definitely go to Twitter and go and hop on our Twitter and share that out to everybody.
So the official announcements.
Yeah, the official. And Carl asked, as you just explained this, Peter, I think maybe you can finish that conversation with, he asked about, will there be a project launch on Catapult when you go live? He asked, if not, why are we launching Catapult? Maybe you can touch on that real quick.
Yeah, it's simple. You have to launch the project to do it. So why do they have a grand opening at a food store or at anything else? Ping launched. They did not have they launched to get the project going. Remember, there's an application on Catapult Swap that they need to fill out. We have to go through a vetting process. We're not here it's not like a deck sales where anybody can go put a project up there. There's a process to go through. So we had to build it before we could put a project on it. I don't know any other way to do it. That's actually a part that confuses me. And maybe I can ask you guys a question. How do you launch a project on a site that isn't built yet? You can't. You have to wait till it's built. It will be finished being built by August 30th. We had to build the technology. We're building this in a very quick period of time. We built a temporary site to launch TruBadger, but that temporary site had issues to it that needed to be fixed and it needed to be upgraded. We had to create the new logo. Hopefully you guys are excited about the new logo, right? That takes time. We had to do the design work on the first site, it wasn't bad looking, but it wasn't definitely what we have today, right? Which I believe we're going to go through that next week, right? In a week, we're going to go through and show you guys the TruBadger site right before the burn party on the following Wednesday. You guys will get a walkthrough on it. So we had to build the technology. Let me ask, okay, so you're a token project holder, because I really want to get through this, okay? Carl, you're a token project holder, okay? Would you go, oh yeah, please launch my token? You don't have a website yet, but please launch my token. No, you wouldn't. Secondly, we need to spend a week or 2 weeks marketing that project once we launch the site. So we have to get the site up there. Then we're in talks with people, okay? We're launching 4 projects ourselves. I got to tell you guys, I know for sure Catapult Swap will have 4 projects to launch in the next 3-4 months. The 4 we're doing. And with those successes will come lots of other projects. So we are working to move this forward, guys. I don't understand the rush here. I really don't, guys. So we're launching Catapult Swap on August 30th. Whether we have a project on September 1st or the 5th or the 10th, is that really our goal, just to have a project? Or is it our goal to find the right projects and launch projects that have long-term capability to do this? I think everybody is in such a rush to make their Lambo or get stuff done that we're trying to look over the details of what it takes to build a real business. And I wasn't there on the first day Uniswap launched. I don't know whether they had 1 token on it or 10 tokens. I know they didn't have the projects they have right now. I wasn't there the first day PancakeSwap launched. I wasn't there. These are things that I was not a part of. I guarantee you PancakeSwap did not have 50,000 or the amount of tokens, and they didn't have the amount of people. As a matter of fact, I will go do the research, because I love research, guys. I go look at this stuff, right? Matter of fact, I'm in the process of doing some research right now. We were at a $23 million market cap, went down to about 18, 19, 20, be it batted around a little bit in there. We're at 13 something. And maybe somebody could look this up for me real quick. If you go look at coin market cap, what does that put us in? A $13.4 million market cap. Or if somebody can go look, if you go to the top 1,000 projects, where are we at? Like number 1,100, 1,200, and the reading on these are not right when you go there. But I'd love to see where we're at. I believe we're probably in either the top 1,000 or 1,500 tokens launched in market cap right now after only 2 months of being launched. And there are lots of projects. By the time we launched, there was already 10,300 or 400 projects out there, and we're already in the top probably 10% of performing tokens that are out there. These are the type of things. So we're going to do some more research here, guys. If you're not reading it correctly, Mark, because if you go to 3,038, they don't. I just said that. You can't go by that number. You have to go look and say what projects are at 13 something. Coin market cap does not give an accurate reading on all the tokens on the way that they do that. But anyway, I'll do the research on it, guys, and we'll get the actual number. We'll pull it up and we'll show you guys. You can also go to CoinGecko. I guarantee you at a 13 point something million dollar market cap, we are probably in, probably the top 1,000, I would say, because I believe when I was doing the run through, it was in that nature. But anyway, I will get that number for you guys and we'll go from there. All right. What's next, Cory?
Marie said, we may have covered this a little bit here. I heard on AMA that there may be a delay on Catapult, therefore receiving the airdrops on new launches in Catapult Swap. Is this correct?
I don't understand the question, buddy.
I guess they heard there was a delay on Catapult, which no. Therefore receiving the airdrops on new launches in Catapult Swap. Is this correct?
Okay,
I think,
so if you're asking that every project that goes through Catapult Swap, will you get an airdrop on? The answer to that is no. And in the sense of it, right? The projects that you're going to get airdrops on are the projects that are powered by TruBadger. not every project that goes through Catapult Swap. The projects that are going on there are paying us fees to to be on that platform. That's the revenue that's generated. So you do not get a airdrop on every single token that goes on Catapult Swap. You get the airdrops on the tokens that we are launching as part of the Nexus ecosystem. Hopefully that answers the question. If not, just please ask it again.
Yep. Why don't you just keep one token TruBadger for all your projects? It'll be easier to keep track of only one coin, and it will surely help to increase its value, thus keeping all holders happy.
Yeah, I already answered that question, but I'll answer it again. It is because of the tokenomics, guys. That's like saying, why are there different, why are there different cryptocurrencies as whole? Why don't we just have Bitcoin, right? Because of different tokenomics, different projects, different types of things that are going on. These tokens have to have unique abilities. All right. Out here, great example. It's like everybody on a football team having the abilities of the quarterback, right? No, you have to have different people that play different positions in order for that to function and work properly. In that sense, that is the reason for them having their own token, is because they need their own utility. TruBadger will have lots of things that they do. Okay. The wallet will be being launched through TruBadger. It will not have its own token. There will be other projects that we're working on that will have their own, that will use the TruBadger token. These are projects that specifically need to have their own utility that is unique to the project that then enhances it. The utility of a token, guys, is not there just so, just to exist. It's there for a purpose. It's there for a reason, and it helps what? Increase the value. Cryptocurrency is the representation of the value that is created by the blockchain in the space. That is my belief system, right? So then if we have a project that needs to have its own utility, then that token enhances the value that can be created by the blockchain. So hopefully that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely. Helen asked, who actually is the management?
Myself, Cory, Dawn, Doug. So we're the core team, the core four that is part of management. That's an easy one.
That was easy. How is it going reaching out to the younger crowd, the millennials? I'm just reading millennials. I didn't call you millennials, I promise. How the millennials to get them involved? How can we help with that? I was just going to say real quick, Peter, from my side of things, I did create a chat, guys, that is ready to go. What the idea behind it is a Telegram chat is we've got a couple of people interested, and we've got holders that have granddaughters, grandsons, sons, daughters of that generation that asked about getting into that arena, and we're all for it, guys. We're looking to grow wherever and however we can. So if there is interest in anybody helping start that chat out and let them do what they do and help build TruBadger, we're all for it. So that's my side of it. Peter, you got anything to add to that part?
No, buddy. Look, everybody's welcome to buy TruBadger. If you have nieces, nephews, share with them, get more young. Part of what will attract more young people to it is having more young people. And so if you have influence or credibility with young people that want to engage in the community, then that's perfect. I went and answered my own question here, guys. I'm on CoinMarketCap, and I am on the 8th page of, or I think 8th or 9th page of it. So I'm on project 846, and it's FOAM. You guys could go check this out yourself. Or let's go to Argon Court. Argon Court currently right now at number 845 of the top cryptos out there is at 13,869,000. If we go to Cryptorium, Crypterium, we're at 849 at a $13.475 million market cap. Guys, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing here. So we launched a token 2 months ago, and right now we are number 845 in the space out of, I believe, let me go back and look real quick. Currently, right now, total tokens on here, 11,290. So I was being generous saying we were in the top 10%. We are in the top 7% of all tokens launched. And we're just getting started. We haven't even launched our projects yet. Again, there are so many, and I believe it is one of the things that's harming and destroying this industry. There are so many misconceptions, so many people, I'm sorry for the language, bullshit you guys on how much money they've made in the crypto space, and they tell you about their home runs and they tell you about their hits. They do not tell you about where they're going. And I got to tell you, we are going to be in the top 500, and we're going to get in the top 200, and we're going to get in the top 100. When, I don't know, but we're going to continue to work, and we're going to continue to build until we create the value that is there. So I don't know if you got involved in a regular company, okay, and within 2 months of that company launching, they were in the top 1,000 of all companies. How excited would you be? I would be tremendously excited, right? I mean, just blown away. And that's actually what we should be right here, guys. I'm not going to back down on this, guys. You should be excited about where we are right now. Now, if you came in and bought it 20 million, 21 million, just hold. We're going back to that, and we're going well beyond that, right? So there are some people, but especially for the early people that got involved in this, guys, I'm not happy with where we're at, but I'm happy with where we're at. I would love to have been at already 30, 40, $50 million. We've put the work in, we've done what it is, and we are going to get there with the projects that we're launching. So.
Yep. Absolutely, right. Peter. Just to cover one more part of the question about the younger, what we're doing. If you guys recall, us also being a DAO, we took a lot of the advice and a lot of suggestions about moving out of the what you call a meme coin space and into a more professional, grown up, I guess, look, if you want to, whatever term you want to use. You guys are going to get to see that tomorrow on our burn party. We're going to release the new TruBadger. You guys see the new logo. We've released that, but you guys have not seen the website yet. So we're going to take a nice walkthrough through the new website, which will be released to the public. So that and following, you're going to see, like Peter mentioned, you're going to see the following week, you're going to see a sneak preview of the Catapult site, and you're going to start seeing the projects subsequent after that. But you're going to see how we're going to be reaching the younger and all-encompassing crowd of the sophisticated, I like to call it sexy, grown-up look of what we have going here. And it's very, very, very exciting. And hey, guys, as you notice, we listen. It's very exciting. Also, what you're going to see is, I guess you would call, I don't know, the management question, Peter, I don't know what that meant, to be honest, on my side of things. But what I think the doxed team, which we'll move into that question, but the doxed team are the ones that you see on the website. We're also going to be adding more of the team on the new website. There's a lot that maybe you guys don't know are there, including our UI dev and dev team, and more of the dev team, more of the UI team, designer, and everything like that. So you'll see more of that as quote unquote management. I'm not a big fan of that word, but whatever. What does docs mean? Somebody asked, what does a docs team mean? And Peter simply is
basically document it, right? So you know who the team is. A lot of the tokens out in the marketplace, you don't know who's running the process, especially on the Binance Smart Chain, right? There's hundreds, thousands of projects that they say they're community run, but nobody really knows who those people are, who's really in charge, who's responsible. Docs means we're responsible for our activity and what we're doing. I actually was talking to somebody yesterday and I said, you know what? I went back and looked at all the tokens I invested in and realized how many were undoxed teams. And I thought to myself, would I ever have gotten involved in a project that was undoxed? Now, the way I justified it in my mind was Bitcoin is undoxed, right? So we don't know who Satoshi is. That was a different time. There's probably a small set of circumstances where a project would be launched without a documented team, but it's a very small, very narrow space. Bitcoin, since it was the first, it was made complete sense that he was undoxed, right? But that was then. Now cryptocurrency has established itself. There is no reason to, very few reasons to not be documented, except if you're doing something that really pushes the envelope of legality, then you may want to do that. I don't know if I'd get involved in that project anyway in the first place.
Yes. I think this is the last one, unless there are anywhere that I don't see, but Eric was asking, how easy is it to buy TruBadger token? We must make it more easy for regular people to buy this token.
So we are working on that. Now, if you're in the US, it's not going to help, but we're getting ready to bring on where you'll be able to buy the token with credit cards through a service that we're working with. We just put in the application. We were waiting to see Ping signed up for it and became part of it. We were waiting to see if they had some success. They had great success with it, but you will not be able to do it in the US. This is only for outside the United States. I don't know the process for us to get set up yet. I have a call with them to start going through that process on that side of it, but yes, we will. I see yes, management is a business term. Yeah. So we're what's called a managed DAO, guys. There's managers that oversee it at the direction of the token holders.
Yes, Helen, yes, definitely. Anyone new had been brought in. Yeah, we've got multiple different projects, multiple different dev teams and UI teams working on blockchain teams working on different projects. So
great question about the dev team. Mm-hmm. So in about the next, whenever Dawn gets back, you guys will be introducing you guys to two of our devs with their profile and their background on the blockchain side, as well as we'll be adding our devs on the UI side. The UI side is Abbas, Madassar Abbas. We've been working with him for quite some time. That'll be added to the website, as well as two of our blockchain specialists will be added to the website. I would say probably in the next 7 to 10 days, those will be put on the website, the new one.
Yep. And our graphic designer, Tim, he's an awesome guy. He's how about this? He's great personality. He is heads down. Let's just say we have him pretty busy. We've got Tim really busy. So what we've noticed that he is great at is he works as hard as we do, and he says, if I'm going to get this done by this date, you can take my word that I'm going to get it done. So we love that in Tim, and we appreciate that. But yeah, you guys will start seeing new faces adding on. And, back to Eric's comment about the difficulty in the space, guys, yeah, it is difficult. But if you look at the bright side and what we're doing, I don't know any other token that has Zoom live support that helps people, get their TruBadger, get their wallet set up, and actually take the time and walk people through that. Obviously, that is something that sets us apart from a lot of different token projects, and that's going to continue to happen. And you guys know what TruBadger does at the core, right? We solve problems. So who knows what we're going to have in the very near future to help solve the difficulty for different people, different countries, and different areas of the world to even get hold of a cryptocurrency. So exciting stuff for us, guys. I don't see, unless there's any other questions, I don't see anything else.
I think we might have two in our Q&A, buddy.
Oh, we have some more in the Q&A? Okay. All right. Oh, we got some added. All right. Peter asks, let's see, what are we doing to grow members outside the US and Canada? The chat is dead for at least 8 hours. And now that AM and BW, so for those if you guys don't know who that is, Ambit and BW were former admins of our chat, are less active. It is even worse. So I know we have very few active members from Europe time zones, and the East is still a massive opportunity as well.
So guys, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. And at some point, we're going to begin to grab traction in those countries. We just had our video translated into 4 other languages. Again, we have some stuff that we're working on that is going to help bring a global audience. It's good when we have a Telegram chat that's chatting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Man, I'd love to have one like Ping. I went on there last night and, you know, they were just going at it like at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's beautiful. I'd love to have it going all the time. And over the course of the next weeks and months, we will accomplish that and we will make that task happen. A lot of that will be because of the projects that we're launching over the next few months. So we are talking to some influencers that are influencers in other languages. We're working on doing some advertising in Europe. We're looking at doing some shilling marketing in Africa with somebody that specializes there. And we are looking at getting these projects launched. So as we get along, remember guys, there's one of the things that helped build Pancake Swap. It's one of the things that helped build a lot of the launch pads that are out there is when a project comes on, just like, and I'll use TruBadger as an example, we had 1,000 to 1,200 people that were already going to purchase our token, right? Because of our relationships that we built. Every project we launch brings more people to Catapult Swap. When they come to Catapult Swap, there are mechanisms that are going to be there that are going to expose them to TruBadger. So when we find projects that, let's say, is a project out of China, or maybe out of the Middle East, or maybe out of Africa, that are legitimate projects, docs teams that we believe it, or maybe an international team, they're going to what? Bring international people. Also, we did an AMA for Indonesia, which is one of the countries. Solomon, who is one of the team members of Ping, has helped us and is managing that for us in Indonesia. So that's another area where we're beginning to add and do stuff. So we've got a lot of stuff going, actually, now that I've gone through it more than I thought initially. So we've got a lot of stuff going to reach out internationally, as well as one of the great things is with FinStream is Greg's focus is on international, US speaking international markets for FinStream. And so he's marketing and advertising there, and we'll get exposure from that side of it.
Absolutely. One of the questions, I guess, would be, can we buy it from the USA with a VPN?
That's a question that, Margaret, I probably cannot answer for you. Right?
Yeah, I will say you don't need a VPN in the US, but if you're, I guess.
I think she was talking about with the credit card, with the new service that we're dealing with, guys. You do have to do a.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You do have to do KYC for it, not KYC for any other purpose, to just show what country you're based out of. So I would not recommend using a VPN, but that's up to you to make those decisions.
Yeah, so are these different videos with different languages on our YouTube site? I do know that we published the Tagalog Filipino video. I believe it was late last night or this morning. So check back with the TruBadger channel. We've got the Indonesian one coming. We've already launched Tagalog. We've got Indonesian, we've got Mandarin for the Chinese one. And then we have Spanish coming after that. So those 4. And please, guys, if you know anybody, any influencers, connections, one great thing about building such a great community is everybody knows somebody. So please, if you want to watch your wallet grow, help us, help you, and we'll do the same. So yeah, definitely show those out.
Yeah, guys, there's been a lot of questions on what we're doing. Remember, you are a token holder. And if you're a token holder, you're part of this. Please do something to help. be active, jump in. If you know somebody internationally that's into crypto, share TruBadger with them, get them onto an AMA, do whatever it is that's possible in order to help us grow this. Remember, this is not just us, it's us and us. All right. So it's everyone that's involved to help get this built. I think that's one of the strong points of Ping is their community, right? And they were an international team. And so they had a lot of people all over the world. And that's one of the things that has helped them grow tremendously the way they are. We may be looking at, as we're able to, bringing on more international people to be a part of our teams. And I say teams because Catapult will have its team, Insights will have its team, right? These will have different teams. And we're looking at bringing more people on board in that sense in the future.
All right. We are at an hour, and I think that is that cleans up the questions for the day.
Excellent.
Great session, guys. We appreciate you guys. Always ask the hard questions or the easy questions. Doesn't matter to us. We're always going to be upfront and transparent with you guys, and stay glued to Telegram, stay glued to our Twitter. We've got announcement after announcement coming out. We have an exciting week and an exciting couple of weeks and a couple months ahead. So thank you guys for watching today. Thank you, Peter, for all your.
And real quick, Cory, guys, I want to thank you guys because this is probably the first AMA where you guys actually asked more detailed, more in-depth questions. Maybe it took a sell-off to make that happen, but whatever the reason that made it happen, it's a good thing. Normally in the past, we'd ask questions. We'd get a few superficial ones that we could answer, but nothing really in-depth. This is what a community is about. A community is about good. It's about bad. It's about us working together. It's about us growing together and becoming stronger as an entity, as a whole, right? A community that is focused on a narrow common purpose is a powerful mechanism to create wealth in the lives of the people that participate in that community. That is what we just did today. So I want to thank you guys. We are on the path of strengthening and moving forward.